Well, we're at the range, 25 yards, misty, kind of cool September evening. Got the 1891 Argentine Engineer Carbine out. It's appeared in a few of the other videos. And decided to give it a try with a different bullet. This is cast and powder coated. It's the Lyman 311-413, the Pointy bullet. It's about 170 grains, and these are size 314, and I've got them over 16 grains at 2400. So we'll start out here at 25 yards and just see if we can get the thing on the paper. This rifle does have a rather poor bore in it. The rifling is rather weak. So we'll see if we can get these to shoot a little better than some of the other things I've shot in it. So we'll start out and see what happens. Yeah, it's cool out. I would guess it's, I don't know, it's probably even a little less than 60. It's very damp, very humid. The air's just wet. So it's kind of a wet day at the range, but we'll put some on target. The lighting is challenging, but we'll see what we can do. So here we are at 25 yards. I'll hold center of the circle. And I think that's at about 3 o'clock on the target, but I'm not sure. I can't quite make it out, and I didn't bring anything to sight with, but we'll put another one down there. I say this is 16 grains of 2400, and the Lyman 311-413. It would not be a good idea to run a 411 bullet through this. That would be a little too large. I loaded these on the Dillon 550. It was set up with a Lee Universal Expander die with a NOE insert for expansion, then the Dillon powder funnel to charge it through the powder with the Lee Perfect powder measure, and Lee seating die, and then a Lee factory crimp die. So pretty standard rifle setup on the Dillon 550. I had it actually configured as an AT500. It loads somewhat similar to a turret. You put in one cartridge at a time and run it all the way around. That round feels good. It's got a nice report. I wanted to use the chrono today, but I don't think there's any chance at all that the chrono would pick up in this weather. It's really damp. I've got turkeys downrange at 100 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 turkeys, but no bears. There's no risk of hitting the turkeys. The 100-yard backstop is off to the left a little bit from the 25-yard where I'm shooting. Yep. All right, we'll put this third one down there, and then we'll see what we're dealing with. Hopefully they're grouping somewhat. All right, well, let's go ahead and walk down and see what the target looks like. Well, so far this isn't so encouraging. This was my point of aim right here, and I've got one print here. I don't know where the others went. This might be one down here. I hope it's not quite that bad. I'll shoot a few more and see if we can make any sense of where these might be landing. This backstop is pretty chewed up right now with a bunch of stuff on it, and I just stapled this target over the top. I thought at 25 yards that I wouldn't have any problem getting it on this piece of paper, but I might be over optimistic. And you can see it's a hazy day here at the range. Lots of mist in the air. It's total overcast. The sky's obscured, so no sunlight getting through at all, and it's misting a little bit. But we'll head back up to the bench, fire a few more at 25 yards, and see if we can get it on the paper. A little better than that shot anyway. But we're all set up here, 25 yards, got the camera out, the rifle out. Another look at the 1891 Argentine Engineer Carbine. Well, okay, we'll try a few more here at 25 yards. I had the one shot that was high and left. I'll hold on the center again for a couple of these and see if we can make any sense of where it might be printing. And if I can't make any sense of this rifle, I'll get the other one out. I'll try a 6 o'clock hold to try to bring it down a little. We got the turkeys down there. I'll see if I can get some footage of the turkey. He's right in the shooting lane, heading towards 100 yards. I don't know if you can see him down there by the backstop or not. There he is. He's moving right across the white. Now he's heading back to the left there. Just to the left of the backstop. Oh, now he's coming back in. So he's going back and forth like a gallery target. There he is, just walking in front of the white paper there. So Mr. Turkey's kind of living dangerous down there at 100 yards, but I'll make him a promise that I won't hurt him. It's always nice to see the critters at the range, as long as they're not bears. Okay. Yeah, that turkey, he's he's right in front of the target down there now. So I think I had one chambered up. Yeah, there's one chambered up. Let's see if we can put another one on here at 25 yards. I'll try the 6 o'clock hold. Of course, the turkey's safe down there at 100 yards with this rifle's on the bench. I don't think I could hit a turkey at 100 yards with this rifle. Okay, well, let's do one more, and that'll be 6 at target if I'm hitting anything. Okay, well, let's go look and see how that worked. Well, I think this is going to be a waste of ammunition for this rifle. I shot 3 more shots. I held at 6 o'clock here, and I got something caught a piece of the corner over here, and then I got a smack there, but that one does look like it was maybe sideways, so that's not a good deal at all. So maybe we'll try the other rifle and see if it'll get them on the target a little bit better. So I'm walking down range here towards the turkey. This is the 50-yard backstop at this range. I'll use it as cover, and then I'll poke my head around the side there, and I'll see if I can get a view of that turkey down there for you guys. I'll zoom the camera out and be ready for it. So we'll sneak around the 50-yard berm here and see if we can see Mr. Turkey. There he is. Oh, there's a couple of them. There's a little one. There they go. Well, since this one's not printing real well, we'll switch rifles. We'll put the Engineer Carbine away. And we'll switch to this 1891 Argentine Mauser that's been sporterized. This one is in a Fajan stock. I've been working on this one a little bit. I picked it up relatively reasonable at a local store. It was already drilled for a receiver peep sight. I replaced it with a Williams. It had an old Redfield on it, and I replaced it. And then I'm working to get the height of the front sight correct. This is a 3D printed front sight that I've just been playing with to try to get the height. I was just kind of lining things up a little better at home, doing the math as to what the height of the thing ought to be. We'll see how it works. We'll go ahead and do a real quick bore sight on this to see if we're anywhere close here at 25 yards. I'll get the sights lined up where they look like they ought to be and take a peek down the bore and see where we're at. I had it out at the range the other day, and I think I had things adjusted poorly. Lower the front down there a little bit, and I need a little bit more elevation in the back here. So. Okay, that's a pretty decent sight picture there. See if I can compare the bore to the sights. That ought to be reasonably close. We'll see what happens. I've not shot this rifle a lot. I've been fooling with the sights, trying to get them where they need to be. And we'll try this. It's got to print better than that one did. I really like the Engineer Carbine, but the barrel's a challenge on that one. It doesn't have much left for rifling. It's pretty much a smooth bore. And I was hoping that I could stumble across something that will work at low velocity. Maybe something really blunt, maybe a wad cutter, and just hurl it down there. So it's, I don't think it's ever going to print any decent groups, frankly. But we'll give this one a try. The sights are definitely better on this one. I'm shooting at the same target, so we'll have to sort the bullet holes out. And if it looks like it's doing anything worthwhile, I'll put a clean target up. Okay, that's two. Boy, that front sight is really showing up well. I'd like to have a little bit smaller peep in the back, but the front sight is showing up super well. Alright, well, let's walk down and see what the Sporter did at 25 yards with that Lyman 311413 and 16 grains of 2400. Well, I'm not really sure what I'm dealing with here, but I do have a print there. So I think I'll go ahead and put a clean target up and see if we can make any sense out of where this one's shooting. Since both of these rifles seem to be spraying this bullet pretty badly, I put up a little bit of clean paper to hopefully spot this next batch of shots a little bit more effectively. So we'll fire a few here and see if we can't come up with something. Alright, got more paper up there. Hopefully we'll be able to see the shots. I think it's getting wetter out here too. Alright, I'm going to hold right on the middle of the spot. Can't see it from here, so it either is a little bit obscured. Might be a mark on the bottom left of the piece of paper that the target itself is on. I'll go take a look real quick. Well, it looks like that shot hit here, and I'd venture to say that that was a little bit sideways. So maybe this bullet does not like being shot without a gas check. It does have a relatively aggressive gas check base that's a lot like a boat tail. It's possible that it just does not like to fly without that on there. So let's try a couple more and see what happens. Yeah, that sure looks like that was flying sideways when it hit the target. We'll put a couple more down and see if there's anything different. But that bullet without a gas check may not be a good idea. Alright, well, let's make another quick run down and see if those were flying any straighter. And I'd venture to say the answer is no. Got a point of impact way down here. I'd say these bullets are extremely unstable and we're simply wasting our time. But since I'm a glutton for punishment, I'm going to shoot 5 more. Yeah, I think this is a lost cause. But they are loaded and they are here. If I take them home, I'm just going to have to tear them down. I've got 15 left. We'll shoot 5. See what happens. I do have more Argentine Mausers, but I would say that 2 rifles, not shooting them well is, of course, the Engineer Carbine, the barrel is so bad that really doesn't count. This one typically shoots reasonably well. I'll save the last 10, and I've got Dirty Tina, the Mannlicher Carbine Sporter. And then I've also got a standard 1891 Argentine with a 21.5-inch barrel. Maybe it'll stabilize them. It's got a much better barrel than that Engineer Carbine does. And I also have a cavalry carbine, but I haven't shot it yet, so I don't know what it would do. And I think what I'll do is I'll save 10 of them. Probably shoot them in the long rifle, the 29.5-inch long rifle that's got the best barrel. But I'm guessing that this bullet does not like being shot without a gas check. So this might be a good subject for to PC or not to PC. I could lubricize some 314 with a gas check. It wouldn't take much for it to shoot better than this is shooting. Which this is a shame because the front sight is working really well. I can see the target well. I can see the front sight well. The bullet just is not flying well. Okay, one more. Then we'll go take a look at the target. All right, let's walk down and look. Okay, well, there's one that flew kind of straight. So that's impressive. These three here are probably the straightest flying ones that we've had so far, but here's another one that's just a little bit outside and flying sideways for sure. And that one was full on sideways. So I think it's safe to say that the Lyman 311413 powder coated size 314 through a NOE sizer over 16 grains of 2400 does not work in my Argentine Engineer's Carbine or in my 1891 Argentine Sporter. So we'll move on to something different. Thanks for watching.